What really happened to Kopa? The truth behind The Lion King's Lost Prince. For decades, The Lion King has remained one of the most iconic and beloved animated films of all time. Its story of redemption, family, and the circle of life captured hearts worldwide. But amidst the grandeur of Simba's journey, a lingering question has puzzled fans. Did Simba and Nala have another cub before Kiara? This mysterious figure, known as Kopa, has sparked debates, theories, and even fan-made stories that aim to uncover his fate. Kopa, often referred to as the Lost Prince, was introduced not in the movies, but in the book series The Lion King, 6 New Adventures. This collection of stories sought to expand the Pride Lands lore, giving fans more insight into Simba's reign and the lives of the royal family. In these books, Kopa is depicted as Simba and Nala's son, a curious and courageous cub destined to follow in his father's footsteps. However, when The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride was released, Kopa was nowhere to be found. Instead, audiences were introduced to Kiara, the playful and determined cub who was destined to become queen. This discrepancy has left fans wondering, what happened to Kopa? Was he simply replaced by Kiara, or does his absence hint at a deeper story? Adding to the mystery is the fact that the cub seen at the end of the first movie, presumed to be Simba's offspring, does not resemble Kiara in color or design. The ceremony where this cub is presented mirrors Kiara's introduction in The Lion King 2. Yet the differences between the two characters are striking. The mystery deepens when we consider Disney's official stance. According to the studio, the cub at the end of the first film was never meant to represent a specific character, but rather symbolize the continuation of the circle of life. Still, this explanation has done little to satisfy fans who continue to speculate about Kopa's place in the Pride Lands and his sudden disappearance from the story. As we delve deeper into this mystery, we'll explore who Kopa truly is, his role in the books, and why his story might have been left untold. Let's begin this journey into The Lion King's lost legacy. In the world of The Lion King, the introduction of Kopa in The Lion King 6 New Adventures added an intriguing layer to the Pride Lands legacy. These books, published in the mid-1990s, were designed to expand the universe of the original film, exploring Simba's reign and the challenges he faced as the new king. At the heart of these stories is Kopa, Simba, and Nala's courageous son, whose adventures reveal a character full of potential, curiosity, and heart. Kopa is portrayed as an inquisitive and brave young lion, embodying many of Simba's traits while adding his own unique spark to the royal family. He's not just a playful cub. Kopa shows a deep sense of responsibility and a willingness to stand up for what's right, even in the face of danger. His bravery often mirrors the boldness Simba displayed during his younger years, but Kopa's journey is more deliberate, as he learns from his father's wisdom and past mistakes. One of the standout elements of Kopa's character is his relationship with Afua, a fellow young lion who serves as both a friend and confidant. Their dynamic adds depth to Kopa's personality, showcasing his loyalty and ability to form meaningful connections. Additionally, Kopa's interactions with Rafiki highlight his eagerness to understand the spiritual and cultural traditions of the Pride Lands. Rafiki often acts as a mentor, sharing wisdom that shapes Kopa into a leader who values not just power, but balance and harmony. The books also explore Kopa's role as the heir to the throne, positioning him as Simba's successor. Through his adventures, Kopa is seen protecting the Pride Lands and forming bonds with other animals, a clear indication of his readiness to carry the mantle of leadership. These stories paint a vivid picture of a cub who is not only Simba's pride and joy, but also a vital link in the continuation of the circle of life. Yet, despite his prominence in the books, Kopa never made the leap to the screen. His absence in The Lion King 2 raises questions about why such a pivotal character was seemingly erased from the narrative. Was it a creative decision to focus on Kiara, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? As we dive deeper, the gaps in Kopa's tale begin to reveal more than just his character. They uncover a possible hidden agenda in the Lion King universe. Kopa's absence from The Lion King 2 is one of the most puzzling aspects of the franchise, especially given his prominence in the book series. Disney's official stance on the matter only deepens the mystery. According to the studio, the cub seen at the end of the first film was not intended to be a specific character. Instead, The scene was meant to symbolize the continuation of the circle of life, leaving the identity of Simba and Nala's offspring deliberately ambiguous. Yet this explanation feels unsatisfying when we examine the visual inconsistencies between the cub in The Lion King and Kiara in The Lion King 2. Let's start with the obvious. The cub introduced in the final scene of The Lion King bears little resemblance to Kiara. This cub has golden fur and brown eyes, traits that align more closely with Simba's appearance as a cub. In contrast, Kiara, as depicted in The Lion King 2, has lighter fur and her mother, Nala's, eye color. Even the presentation ceremony in the sequel is noticeably different. While the original film ends with Rafiki lifting the cub against a backdrop of awe-inspiring sunlight, the sequel reimagines this moment with a softer, more intimate tone, emphasizing Kiara's distinct identity. These differences have led many fans to speculate that the cub in The Lion King was, in fact, Kopa. His appearance aligns closely with his depiction in The Lion King, 6 New Adventures, strengthening the argument that he was initially intended to be Simba's heir. However, as The Lion King 2 took shape, the focus shifted to Kiara, leaving Kopa's existence unexplored. This creative decision may have been made to streamline the narrative, ensuring that Kiara's journey as the next ruler of the Pride Lands remained central to the story. From a storytelling perspective, this shift makes sense. The Lion King 2 is a tale of unity and reconciliation, centered around Kiara's bond with Kovu and the merging of 2 rival prides. Adding Kopa into the mix could have complicated this narrative, potentially overshadowing Kiara's role. Still, the choice to omit Kopa entirely leaves a glaring gap in the continuity, one that fans have been eager to fill with their own theories and interpretations. As we unravel the potential reasons behind Disney's decision, a bigger question arises. Was Kopa's story deliberately erased, or did he exist only as a conceptual stepping stone for Kiara? This ambiguity fuels the theories about what might have happened to The Lion King's lost prince. The absence of Kopa in The Lion King 2 has opened the floodgates for countless fan theories about what might have happened to him. While Disney's official explanation claims that Kopa never existed in the films, fans have used the character's prominence in The Lion King, 6 New Adventures, as a foundation for imagining his potential fate. These theories, ranging from plausible to wildly creative, offer intriguing possibilities about why the lost prince never appeared on screen. One of the most popular theories suggests that Kopa fell victim to the vendetta of Zira, the antagonist in The Lion King 2. As a devoted follower of Scar, Zira harbored a deep resentment toward Simba for dethroning her idol. This theory speculates that Zira may have captured or harmed Kopa as a form of revenge against Simba, inflicting emotional pain on the king by targeting his son. Some fans even propose that Kopa's supposed demise at the hands of Zira might have been the catalyst for her exile, setting the stage for the conflict in The Lion King 2. Another theory takes a more introspective approach, suggesting that Kopa left the Pride Lands voluntarily. In this version, Kopa grows up feeling burdened by the expectations placed on him as Simba's heir. His adventurous spirit and desire for self-discovery lead him to embark on a journey beyond the Pride Lands, seeking a life of freedom and independence. This interpretation frames Kopa as a character who values personal growth over tradition, choosing to sacrifice his royal status for the sake of his own identity. A darker theory posits that Kopa's story was intentionally erased from the narrative to simplify the overarching plot of The Lion King 2. This theory suggests that Disney chose to omit Kopa to avoid overshadowing Kiara's journey as the central character. By removing a potential sibling rivalry or shared spotlight, the filmmakers could focus entirely on Kiara's relationship with Kovu and the resolution of the Pride's division. While this explanation is less dramatic, it aligns with the practical considerations of storytelling in a sequel. Each of these theories adds depth and intrigue to Kopa's legacy, inviting fans to imagine the unseen chapters of his life. Whether as a victim of tragedy, a seeker of freedom, or a casualty of creative decisions, Kopa's absence continues to spark speculation and discussion within the Lion King fandom. As we reflect on these possibilities, we begin to understand how his story enriches the Pride Lands mythology, even in its ambiguity. Kopa's story, or rather his absence, represents more than just an unanswered question in the Lion King universe. It symbolizes the enduring power of mystery and storytelling. Even though Kopa never appeared in the films, his existence in The Lion King's 6 New Adventures has left a lasting impression on fans, shaping the way they engage with the Pride Lands and its characters. His legacy continues to spark debates, theories, and creative interpretations, proving that even untold stories can have a profound impact. One of the reasons Kopa resonates so deeply with fans is his emotional significance. As Simba's firstborn, he embodies the potential and hope of a new generation, much like Simba himself did in the original film. His adventures in the books portray him as a brave and compassionate character, someone who not only inherits the responsibilities of the circle of life, but also carries the values of friendship, loyalty, and courage. This makes his absence from The Lion King 2 all the more poignant, as it leaves a gap that fans eagerly seek to fill with their imaginations. Kopa's story also highlights a broader theme within the Lion King franchise: the balance between tradition and innovation. While Kiara's narrative in The Lion King 2 introduces new elements of reconciliation and unity, Kopa's tale, though unofficial in the films, reminds us of the importance of individual journeys. His existence, even if relegated to books and fan theories, adds layers of depth to the Pride Lands mythology, enriching the world for those who choose to explore it. Perhaps the most compelling aspect of Kopa's legacy is its ability to connect with the audience on a personal level. His mysterious disappearance invites fans to ask their own questions, create their own stories, and find meaning in the gaps left by the official narrative. This interaction between the creators and the audience is a testament to the timeless appeal of The Lion King and its ability to inspire creativity and emotional connection. In the end, Kopa may never have a definitive place in the films, but his story lives on in the hearts of fans. He represents the idea that even untold tales hold value, shaping the way we see the world of the Pride Lands and its enduring themes of love, loss, and legacy. As we reflect on his journey, we are reminded that some mysteries are meant to remain open-ended, allowing each of us to add our own voice to the story.